This is Zoe Peltz. We talked on the phone a couple hours ago about talking about MDMA.
Yeah.
I know we said that we could talk at 2, but you also said you'd be available at 12:30. Is that still okay to talk now?
Yeah. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for answering some of our questions. So, I'm Zoe Peltz, and this is...
And I'm Aiden. Hi, nice to meet you.
And we're both doing this interview together. So, our first question is, what are the changes that occur in the body anatomically and physiologically when someone takes MDMA or ecstasy?
Well, I'm not a, so what I know of it, I'm not a neuroscientist, but what I know of it is that it affects three systems. It affects, norepinephrine, which is essentially like adrenaline in the brain. It affects dopamine and serotonin. So, typically what happens with most drugs that have a hallucinatory effect is that they, to put it more in lay terms, they end up opening up the gateways between senses, so that if you are feeling something physically, like touching something with your hands, that it can almost have a visual quality, a different visual quality to it. That people, when they're on hallucinogens like LSD or ecstasy for that matter, they feel like they can see things differently when they touch them. So serotonin, for instance, is while it has a lot to do with controlling negative emotions, also in some parts of the brain has to do with controlling our perceptions, the distinction between the way that we're perceiving things. So typically, if you have a greater flow of serotonin in the brain, then you have the ability to recognize that what you're touching is not what you're smelling. You can distinguish the two. But when you do something like MDMA, it ends up affecting your ability to differentiate between everything in that manner. The other thing is that because it's MDMA is methyldioxymethamphetamine, so because it has an amphetamine component to it, and actually a methamphetamine component to it, it does impact the dopamine system, and which is what amphetamines typically work on the most, is in some way can block or shut down the dopamine system, and that leaves you lowered sense of control over elated states. So dopamine helps you feel more in control of your energy, so to speak, your positive